guys, this is Mona and welcome back to Butterflies Home and Garden. I am coming on today because I want to show you what I'm doing. I'm doing another little experiment, and then I'm going to be doing a planting in the biodome. This right here is an experiment that I'm doing with the Detroit red beet, and it's the seed tape. So I wanted to do a video and just do a little experiment, you know, still just that itch, you know, ready for spring to get here. So I decided, hey, let's just do another little experiment. And what I've done, let me tell you what I've done. Let me just slow down. In this green little planter, this is just regular seed starting mix. And here is a combination of some peat moss, black cow manure, and what else did I put in here? A little trifecta, and some garden soil. So the experiment is, I'm going to put the same amount of seeds on the tape into each one of these. So 5 seeds. So what I've done, because these seed tapes, it comes, I think it'll probably roll out to about 8+ feet. So I just, you know, went and took a little snippet off. I already have one already down in this one. So all I'm going to do is just come and, you know, this tape is like the consistency of like the 1-ply toilet paper. So it's not thick. Well, I guess they call it tape. So, but yeah, because as soon as you put it in here, it literally, the moisture, the water just, you know, saturates it. So, but I'm kind of digging this, you know, method, especially, you know, with things like beets and radish, and especially carrots. The seeds are so daggone tiny. Using something like this is really good, and I'm sure, you know, it could be a DIY thing done, and it's really, I don't think, any different from even, you know, just using the wet paper towel method with germinating seeds. So I am going to go ahead and get this done, and then I will bring you back on once it's all covered, and we can move on to the next project that I'm going to be doing. So I will see you guys in a moment. Alright guys, I'm back. What you have in front of you now is the next little thing that we are moving on to, which is planting in the biodome from Park Seeds. I did another video about this, and I want to say that the cost for this, they were having a sale, it was like roughly $25. And they had free shipping at the time, so that was a really good deal. So I just wanted to get it and try it. Never have tried these before, so this is a first for me. And what you do is, in each, this is a 60 cell biodome, and you get a nice little Ziploc bag of these little cone shaped, and it's not dirt, it's like a sponge. So this is going to be really interesting. So what I have chose to plant is some different cabbages. So here is the Chinese Hidden. This is a Brunswick cabbage. This is an Arborvillers cabbage, and a pak choy. So I've grown the Brunswick before, but I have not grown these other 3, so this is going to be new. So I figured, you know, it's a cool weather crop, you know, go ahead. I mean, as of today, I think it is 14 weeks before our last frost here in zone 6A. So it's not going to hurt to get a little head start on some cooler weather crops. So how you do this is you just stick the little spongy thing down inside of this styrofoam, because this isn't plastic, this is styrofoam, but it's very thick styrofoam. So I'm just really looking forward to seeing how this whole situation is going to work with planting in here. And from reading the instructions and looking at a couple of YouTube videos, you're just basically, you just want to keep the styrofoam floating, because if you see when I touch on it, you know, you can tell that it's floating. The water actually, if I press down on it, it doesn't even come up 1/4 of an inch. So you don't need a lot of water in here for it to float. And as you can see, I don't know how well you can see that, just putting this down in here, you know, you have the sponge that, you know, absorbs it up pretty well. So I'm excited, guys. Oh, wait a minute, I'm doing 4, so I need 3 more. I'm just like everyone else that in the gardening community here on YouTube. We are all, especially us ones that are in a cold climate, where we get plenty of ice, snow, and below 0 temperatures. You know, to be able to start doing this is just very exciting. And it, you know, because when you look at all the snow outdoors and the cold, it's like, I mean, today here, it wasn't terribly bad. It was actually almost in the mid-40s. But that's just today. Because I believe tomorrow or either the day after for the next 4 days, we're going to be below 0. So, yeah. So it was really nice to kind of have a little break from all of the icy rain and slushy snow. But honestly, I'd rather take the cold, the bitter cold, over the ice and the snow. So I'm not going to complain. So, I am going to go ahead and get these put in. I guess I could do a couple. Like I said, this is, I've never grown pak choy, and honestly, I've never eaten pak choy either. So, I really wanted to, on top of growing the things that are a hit for my family, I wanted to kind of expand and grow some things that, you know, we've never tried, and, you know, to grow or we've never ate. So, and I have a little, because it's so hard with these tiny, tiny seeds. Let me see. If I had something, because last year what worked for me was putting a little water down in a little bowl and using something like a skewer or a toothpick, and the tip of it, just get it wet. So I don't know. Let me see. Do I have a little cup? Hold on for a second, guys. Let me see what I have out here with me that I could possibly use to put a little water in. Absolutely nothing. I'll be right back. right. And I think I'm just gonna leave this out here. I think that'll make it so much easier than having to go indoors. And this is a pretty big skewer, so let's see how well it works. Yep. So I don't know if you could see that, but if you put the water there, it literally just adheres. And just gonna put it down in the hole. So for the smaller seeds, this really works and helps out a lot by getting the teeny tiny seeds down in there. So I'm going to go ahead and get this finished, and I will come back and show you the end result. So I'll be back in a moment. All right, guys, I decided to bring you back. I know I just, showed you from afar how I use this little skewer, but I wanted to kind of bring it in a little bit close. And again, all I'm using, this is just a regular wooden skewer that you would use on your barbecue grill. You're going to dip it in the water, and when you touch that, I don't know how well you can see that. You will see that, oh, come on, get out of my shot. Get out of my shot, get out of my shot. There you go. And it just sticks to the tip. And you just come and drop it down. And this works whether you're doing it in like this, indoors, or outdoors. And I can't remember where I got this tip from. And I'm not the only one who does it. So, but it just really has worked for me. So I wanted to just come back on and show you guys that up close. So I am almost done with this part, and I will be back in a moment. All right, guys, as you can see, I got everything done and got them on the grow rack. I turned the light out down there because it was so bright and, just beaming on that white styrofoam that it just completely blinded you out. You couldn't see anything. But I got that on a heat mat, and these are ones that I planted on the 23rd in the red solo cups. And to my surprise, you see that right there? Yeah, one of the flowers has started to germinate. So I'm excited about that. So I wanted to just come back on, show you the final. Will come along with me on this journey with this and see how all of these experiments, pan out. I also wanted to say thank you to everyone and just your response and support and understanding with the video I recently uploaded about no longer doing giveaways. But like I said, if I have your address, you never know, you still may get a surprise from me every once in a while. So as always, guys, be blessed, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.